Yeah, hi and good evening. Quick podcast on Anju and my trip to India. I'm just saying India because we were supposed just to go to Calcutta, but we ended up spending 2 beautiful days in Bombay at Juhu Chowpatty Beach. Took Anju to a couple of my old haunts, and of course Juhu is one of them, and the Bandra complex. I think it's called BKC. And where else did we go, Anju, in Bombay?
All the Bollywood movie stars home.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, we went to a couple of Bollywood star homes. Anju loved that.
And the new IT city
Yeah,
developed by
that's the one.
Ambani.
That's Bandra.
Yeah.
Bandra Kurla complex. And the taxi driver was really good. Made sure that he got us to Salman Khan's house, Amitabh Bachchan's house, Rekha's house,
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan's house. Absolutely a tourist.
Kishore Kumar house.
Kishore Kumar's
Kishore
house.
Kumar.
Yeah, in Juhutara Road, which is where I used to live when I was studying and working in Bombay. Yeah, a nightmare for me, but Anju enjoyed all the spots in Bombay. So 2 days in Bombay well spent, went to Calcutta, and the trip went quite well, much better than we both expected. And Dimple picked us up from the airport. That was fantastic. And
Visited mom.
visited mom, and then just had a catch up with friends and family. Yeah, that was it. As far as I'm concerned, it was short, sweet, and the only thing that I cannot forget, or I should not forget, is the Air India service. If there was a -10, that's where they would belong. Now, you asking for details? This podcast is not long enough. And I don't have the time or the inclination to give that to you. Over to you, Mrs. Anju Malhotra.
Yeah, the trip was brief, as Raj said.
Raj or Rajinder?
Rajinder said.
Thank you.
And it got a little bit hectic due to flights cancellation and flight delays. I think every flight we took, every port was delayed.
Yes.
On the
By
way
1
back as
hour.
well.
Yeah.
On the way back as well. Yes,
Yeah,
Anmol.
1 to 1.5 hour is just normal Indian IST time.
Indian
airline-
stretchable time.
For the airlines as well. And they were for flight cancellations, simultaneously for flights, and there was a pandemonium at the airport at Air India counter. And we heard.
Every passenger who flies Air India knows how to run the airline,
Yeah.
except the airline itself.
And there were abuse hurled everywhere, and for hours, and they were just, pushing and shouting and everything, every name they could call the staff they were calling. I felt actually bad for the staff because some staff.
So the
was
staff
trying-
were being abused on the plane.
On the plane and on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think I felt bad for the staff too, because it's not their fault. They should
No.
have some process in place, and this is not something which hasn't happened before. So I'm sure there are disruption before in the flight. So they should have a plan in place, and the moment these things happen, they should put the plan in place and make announcement to the passengers or the customers to let them know what they're doing or what they're planning to do. So everyone can wait. But absolute silence from the company didn't help them. Got the staff abused and made things much harder for the passenger and staff both, because there was so much time wasting
Right.
in this arguing.
That gives you a bit of insight into our trip. Talking more about the flights than about the trip. But yes, that's about right. That kind of sums it up, Anmol and Khushbu. So this podcast now goes on to our ongoing podcast of a little bit of Baatcheet. A thumbs up from Khushbu's mom, Anju, Anmol's mom, Anju, Khushbu's dad, Rajinder, and Anmol's dad, Rajinder. Ciao for now.
Bye.